Hey, Jeremy from Lucky Hat Outdoors, and today we're going to talk about how to disassemble a Glock for routine maintenance and reassemble it when we're done. We always start these videos with an explanation that safety is of the utmost importance, and it's doubly so when we're dealing with the Glock. And the reason is you have to pull the trigger on this gun to take the slide off. So to take it apart, you have to fire it. In my time in retail gun sales and my time in law enforcement, I know of at least 3 cases where people have been shot, in one case fatally, while taking apart a Glock, and it all comes down to the fact that they failed to ensure that this gun was completely unloaded before pulling the trigger. So it is of the utmost importance that before you do anything with this weapon, you ensure that it's 100% unloaded. To do that, as always, we'll press the magazine release on the left side of the gun, allow the magazine to drop free and set it aside, and we'll press up on the slide stop also on the left side of the gun. Pull the slide to the rear and lock it, and this is the part that is the most important. Visually look inside the chamber of this gun to ensure that there's no ammunition in the chamber. People have missed this step and they've killed people. You have to look to ensure that there's no ammunition in this weapon. Once that's complete, you can allow the slide to go forward, point in a safe direction. For me, again, I'm an upstairs unit, so safe direction is up, and pull the trigger. The safe direction is also a key part of this. In the one fatal case that I know of where someone was killed while disassembling a Glock, it wasn't the person that was handling the gun. In the next room, his buddy was sitting on a couch and he's watching TV, and the guy that was disassembling his gun pointed the gun at the wall and pulled the trigger, and the bullet penetrated the wall and struck his buddy in the back of the head and killed him in a single round. So it is of the utmost importance, again, that you make sure that this gun is 100% unloaded, and before you pull this trigger, you point it in a direction where you know that there are no human beings. With that said, we can begin. I like to take and place my thumb underneath the back strap here, and I wrap my finger around my forefinger around the rear sight. What I'll do then is pull slightly backwards, about 1/8 of an inch here, and we'll pull down the takedown levers. And once that's complete, we can just slide the slide forward. Take the frame off, set it down, and the inside is just like most modern semi-automatic handguns. There's a fixed guide rod and spring. Press up on the barrel, pull out, and we're complete. Reassembly, we just reverse the process. Drop the barrel back in. Seat the guide rod and spring. Slide everything on and it locks into place, and we're done. The Glock is probably one of the easiest handguns on the face of the planet once you get past the initial usage of this tiny takedown lever. And there we have it. It's the disassembly and reassembly of the Glock series of semi-automatic pistols. Here in a minute I'll put on my GoPro and we'll take a POV video and show you how it's done close up. I can't reiterate safety enough when dealing with any firearm, but it's essential when disassembling the Glock, and it's because you have to pull the trigger and fire the gun to remove the slide from the frame. So it is absolutely 110% essential that you make sure that this gun is unloaded and that you make sure you point it in a safe direction when you're taking it apart for routine maintenance. To do that, we'll press the magazine release, allow the magazine to fall free, press up on the slide stop, pull the slide to the rear, and visually inspect the chamber to make sure that there's no ammunition in the gun. Once that's complete, we can let the slide go forward. We'll point the gun in a safe direction. For me, on a second floor unit, that's up. And we pull the trigger. Now once the trigger is pulled, we can disassemble the gun. To do that, I place my thumb underneath the back strap here, wrap my forefinger around the rear sight, and I squeeze about 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch here. Once we've got that, we can pull down the detent, slide forward, and that'll unlock the slide from the frame. You can remove the frame and set it aside. Inside we have, like most modern semi-autos, we have the fixed guide rod and spring and barrel. We'll just press forward to remove the guide rod and spring. Then we'll press up and pull up and out to remove the barrel, and disassembly is complete. To reassemble, we'll simply reverse the process. And there you have it. It's the disassembly and reassembly of the Glock handgun for routine maintenance.
Hey, it's Jeremy with Lucky Hat Outdoors, and if you like what you see and you're enjoying our videos, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive content.